Today we are going to learn about the second chapter in zoology, that is human reproduction. So first you should know the definition for reproduction. Reproduction is a biological process in which organisms produce their young ones. So what is the definition for reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process in which the organisms produce their young ones. So here the reproduction is inevitable for the existence of a species. So what is the reason we have the reproduction in the human physiology? So it is a process which is responsible for the existence of species. It is the process responsible for the existence of the species. The reproductive system has four main functions, namely to produce the gametes, namely sperms and ova, to transport and sustain these gametes, to nurture the developing offspring, to produce hormones. So our reproductive system has four main functions. They are to produce the gametes. So you know two types of gametes are produced by male and female. The male gamete is the sperms and the female gamete is the ova. Second point, to transport and sustain these gametes. So our reproductive system has the second function is to transport and sustain these gametes. Third point, to nurture the developing offspring. When an young one is formed, our system is responsible to nurture the developing offspring. Fourth point, to produce hormones. So you know reproductive system consists of our reproductive organs and also it includes the hormones. So reproductive organs will produce our gametes, sperms and ova, and also to transport and sustain these gametes, to nurture the developing offspring, to produce hormones. Next, we are going to learn about the major reproductive events in human beings. So, for the formation of a new baby, the male and female gametes undergo some reproductive events. So, first event is the gametogenesis. Formation of gametes by spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So what is gametogenesis? You know gametes means whether it is male or female gametes. Then genesis means synthesis. So gametes include sperm or ova. Genesis means synthesis. So gametogenesis is nothing but the synthesis of sperm and ova. So gametogenesis is the formation of gametes by spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So you know spermatogenesis means formation of sperms. Oogenesis means formation of ova. So gametogenesis is the formation of gametes by spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Second point is the insemination. The second event is insemination. Transfer of sperms by the male into the female genital tract. So what is insemination? The transfer of sperms by the male into the female genital tract. So first is the gametogenesis, is the formation of male and female gametes by spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Second point, insemination, that is transfer of sperms by the male into the female genital tract. Third point is the fertilization. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes to form zygote called the fertilization. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. So first is gametogenesis, that is the formation of male and female gametes. Second point is the insemination, that is the transfer of sperms by the male into the female genital tract. Third point is the fertilization, where the union of or the fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. Fourth point is the cleavage, where the rapid mitotic divisions of the zygote which convert the single-celled zygote into a multicellular structure called blastocyst. So this is the continuation process. After fertilization, a zygote is formed. In cleavage, the zygote undergo mitotic division which converts the single-celled zygote into a multicellular structure called blastocyst. So what is cleavage? Rapid mitotic divisions of the zygote which convert the single-celled zygote into a multicellular structure called blastocyst. Next point is the implantation, where the attachment of blastocyst to the uterine wall of the female. So implantation means the attachment of blastocyst into the uterus of the female. So you should remember the continuous process. First the gametes are formed, that is gametogenesis. Second, insemination, that is the transfer of sperm from the male into the female genital tract. Next is the union of male and female gametes, that is fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Next step is the cleavage, where the zygote undergo mitotic division to convert the single-celled zygote into a multicellular structure called blastocyst. Next step is the implantation, where the attachment of blastocyst to the uterine wall of the female. Next step is the placentation, formation of placenta, which is the intimate connection between the fetus and uterine wall of the mother for exchange of nutrients. So the placenta is the connection between the baby and the mother. That is, here we use the term fetus. For the unborn baby, we use the term fetus is the term used for the unborn baby. So what is placentation? Formation of placenta, which is the intimate connection between fetus and uterine wall of the mother for exchange of nutrients. So the fetus get the nutrients from the mother through the placenta. The fetus get the nutrients from the mother through the placenta. So after implantation is the formation of placenta, that is placentation. Next step is the gastrulation. It is the process by which the blastocyst is changed into a gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. So in gastrulation, the blastocyst is changed into a gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. So here gastrulation is a process where blastocyst is changed into gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. So after placentation is the gastrulation, where the blastocyst is changed into a gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. Next step is the organogenesis. So organogenesis. What will be organogenesis? The meaning of genesis, synthesis or formation. Organo means it is the term related to organ. Now here the formation of specific tissues, organs and organ systems from 3 germ layers. So what is organogenesis? Formation of specific tissues, organs and organ systems from 3 germ layers. So we learned about implantation, placentation, next gastrulation, organogenesis. That means some organs and organ systems are formed from the 3 germ layers. Next step is the parturition, expulsion of the fetus from the mother's womb. So first is the gametes, the gamete formation, then the union of male and female gametes, a zygote is formed, zygote is converted into a blastocyst, blastocyst is converted into gastrula, gastrula again converted into tissues, organs and organ systems from 3 germ layers. Then now a fetus, a complete well developed fetus is formed. It is now it is ready to expelled from the mother's body. So what is parturition? Expulsion of the fetus from the mother's womb. What is parturition? Expulsion of the fetus from the mother's womb. So we learned about 9 events that are taking place in human beings, the major reproductive events in human beings. First one is the gametogenesis, that is the formation of gametes, insemination, transfer of sperms from the male into the female genital tract, fertilization, it is the fusion of male and female gamete to produce zygote, cleavage, where the zygote undergo rapid mitotic division which converts the zygote into a multicellular blastocyst. Next step is the implantation, where the attachment of blastocyst into the uterine wall of the female. Then is the placentation, where the formation of placenta takes place. You know, placenta is the connection between the mother and the fetus, through which the nutrients is given to the fetus. Then is the gastrulation, where the blastocyst is changed into a gastrula with 3 primary germ layers. Next step is the organogenesis, formation of tissues, organs and organ system from the 3 germ layers. Next is the parturition, where the expulsion of the fetus from the mother's womb takes place. All these functions are carried out by the primary and accessory reproductive organs. So we learned about the 9 events takes place in human beings, that is the 9 reproductive events in human beings. So these things are carried out by the primary and accessory reproductive organs. The primary reproductive organs, namely the ovary and testes, are responsible for the production of ova and sperms. What is the primary reproductive organs? Ovary and testes. Ovary is responsible for the production of ova and testis is responsible for the production of sperms. Next is the hormones secreted by the pituitary gland and the gonads help in the development of the secondary sexual characteristics, maturation of the reproductive system and regulation of normal functioning of the reproductive system. So you know the primary reproductive organs are the ovary and testes, which produce ova and sperms. Hormones are secreted by the pituitary gland and the gonads help in the development of secondary sexual characters and also the maturation of the reproductive system and regulation of the normal functioning of the reproductive system. The accessory organs help in transport and to sustain the gametes and to nurture the developing offspring. What is the function of accessory organs? They help in transport and sustain the gametes and to nurture the developing offspring and also to nurture the developing offspring. So you know 2 types of reproductive organs are involved to carry out all the 9 events. They are primary and accessory reproductive organs. Primary reproductive organs are ovary and testes, which produce ova and sperms, and also some